Yo, 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 and welcome back to the Banter Boys podcast. My name is Sanji. With me is Ryan. How you doing, boy?
Welcome. I'm good, man. The league is wrapped up.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
With time to spare.
Yeah. It was a good season for that league. Admittedly.
It was you made it dicier than it should have been.
Did I?
No?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe
It's
not.
pretty comfy.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm second in all of DPL.
Imagine the drama had you left it till the last day with facing me.
You? Yeah.
Now we can just collude together so I can get fourth place.
Your opponent has the person who's currently in fourth has a smooth run though.
Yeah, I saw that. But, I mean, I don't know if it's that smooth. You're talking about Anonymous, right?
Yeah.
He's playing our commish this week.
I would say that's smooth, but then you got beaten by the most random team.
Yeah.
So fair. Anything can happen.
Crazier things have happened in this league.
And Kamish does have way more minutes.
Yeah. And
so, yeah.
he's got the most important player right now for Chelsea.
Madueke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hope and pray that, if we're gonna do damage, it's gonna be because of Madueke, and Madueke will be involved. And we're gonna talk quite a bit about him tonight. So
Oh yeah, we are.
I think
Good,
so.
Good.
I think so. He shows up a few times in some of our notes. So
Nice.
yeah. Cool. All right. Welcome back, listeners, to another Banter Boys episode. We are a default fan tracks podcast. So typically how we do these pods is we usually have two types of pods. We do a Sunday waiver pod, but we didn't do one because we were kind of busy doing family stuff on individual schedules. And then the other type of pod that we do is our regular pod, where we kind of dig into the data, we catch up in our leagues, we answer questions, all that sort of fun stuff. So I think before we get started, what I'll do is quick social plug. So Ross, can you please do your job right here?
Yeah, for sure. So you can message us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles at BanterB. On Discord in the Draft PL channel, Banter Boys #6585. On Reddit, /Banter_boys. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, all under the name of Banter Boys.
Okay, so hopefully you've listened to Ross. If you're listening to us on Spotify, if you don't mind giving us a 5-star rating, it would help us out massively. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, even the thumbs up button right under the video. It would help us out massively as well. Just helps the algorithms, helps people find us. I mean, I don't know if anyone wants to listen to a draft podcast at the end of the season, but especially for next season, right? Because we've got a lot of exciting things lined up, like the website thingy that we've been building. Have you had a chance to look through it?
Not since we did that demo, but it is on the list of things to do.
Yeah. It's kind of focused a bit around some of the stuff that we do on the side, which is like just betting and stuff like that, but it's not as extravagant as you think. We're using a lot of the Fantrax metrics and data to kind of make simple, easy bets. Mostly like shots on target, stuff like that. But the other kind of, I guess, feature to the website is we've kind of been trying to, I guess, display and analyze the data that we get in our season, game week to game week, in a more graphical way, I want to say. This is the shit-ass UI that Fantrax has.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we're both, I guess, kind of visual people. So there's a lot of fancy graphs here and there. I mean, listen, it's very, very raw. But I think what we're gonna do is maybe just release it to our Discord. Get feedback from our direct community, our fans and listeners, and see how we can basically have it ready to roll out next season. And this isn't like something we're charging people or we're telling you, oh, this is gonna be the best tool around or whatever. It's just something that we thought would help with managers making decisions about players, wanting to look at their history, how they've been performing, how teams have been performing, and maybe some way to kind of predict on their own the best decision for their lineup, sort of stuff. So I don't know. I think until and unless you've had a player on the website dig around a bit more, then you'll understand what we're kind of talking about. But check out the Discord if you want to find that out. We should be posting it, I guess, around the same time this episode goes out. So yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else to kind of talk about. Time stamping this. This is what, Tuesday evening?
Dortmund just threw PSG out.
Yeah.
Pretty convincingly.
Yeah. Why did we
Didn't
bet
concede a
on
goal?
Why did we bet on PSG for Champions League fantasy, by the way?
Right.
The last time Wembley had a Champions League final, you know what the final was?
Was it Dortmund
Bayern.
Bayern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have just remembered that.
Yo, Hummels though.
Yeah.
Didn't he win the pen in the first one or something?
No.
I can't remember.
Schlotterbeck got the assist for the ball over the top to Füllkrug. That was the other Dortmund goal in the first leg.
So Hummels got man of that match though.
Yeah. Did he get man of this match?
He got man of this
lovely.
match.
Should have captained him. My only Dortmund player.
What a player though.
Yeah. He won the World Cup, right? He's a good player.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if Dortmund lifts it. It's going to be Royce's last game for the club as well.
And they've never won it before, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Would be nice to see a newcomer.
Yeah. I mean, even better if they do it against Bayern, right? The team that they lost to.
True.
Cool. So I think other than that, we can jump straight into our first segment then, which is the data dump.
Ay, 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 ay. Fantasy with the Banta Boys.
So we're looking back at game week 36. We're going to start with key passes. The highest number of key passes recorded was 6 by a few players, Doughty, Madueke, and Jacob Murphy. And then 5 key passes by Adingra, Elliott, Morgan Gibbs-White, Hamer, Rodri, and Saka. Thoughts, Ryan?
So, great to see Doughty back on here. Absolutely smashing game week for him.
Would have been a great start for managers on the Friday evening.
Yeah, exactly.
He dropped 20 points. Garner dropped 1 point.
Jacob Murphy also smashing it recently, right?
Yes and no. He still had a one weird score though, right? In recent game weeks?
Yeah, he had. I mean, he was not doing great until recent.
I feel like every time we bring him up on the pod, the next game he shits the bed.
Yeah, true.
So,
He's such a hot and cold player. Like,
yeah.
But man, 6 key passes in 68 minutes. That's not too bad.
I mean, Burnley.
Fair.
That's what I would chalk it up to. So,
Yo, Adingra ghosted like a mofo too.
yeah, we gotta talk about this kid for next season's draft.
I can see him like going in 3rd round, yo.
Yeah, and I think you'd be lucky to get him late 3rd round. I feel like people would go 2nd round for this kid as well.
But I think like people would also sleep on him.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he's not been returning. If he doesn't return in this double game week, then it's easy to sleep.
Yeah.
Because you have to see him on a scorecard to actually know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of the heartbeat of the attack, whatever attack they have left for the season.
Right. I guess the rest is somewhat standard. Actually, no. Elliot is not standard at all. Elliot smashed it out of the damn park.
What do you get? Like 34 or something like that?
Yeah, Trappy Elliot.
Yeah.
I think this is his highest. I think it was like 38 or 36 or something.
Mm.
Because he got like 33 earlier in the season. And that I thought would never be bettered.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, 36.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's shocking to me that none of these players come from the same team though.
Yeah. I'm glad that you picked that out. I was going to ask you, like, do you want to know something interesting?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Each
Yeah.
team had like a shining star.
Yeah, basically. I mean, let's talk about the Chelsea shining star then, Madueke.
Yo, what form he's in, man.
Insane.
I benched him in a league, eh?
What? Why would you do that?
It was what was it? It was too many options.
Too many options.
I benched
it says.
Richarlison in that league too.
Well, I mean, Richarlison started on the bench though, no?
Yeah. So I played who, boy? I think I played Chris Wood, João Pedro, and then I played 5 mids.
You played João Pedro, but you benched.
João Pedro got 19 though.
Yeah, whatever. He still missed
And
his
he
fucking
goes-
penalty.
He goes really well.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's probably going to be the best Brighton asset this double game week, so
Yeah, you would think so.
yeah. He still sucks.
Anyway, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, nothing else. I guess the only cool thing also is Jacob Murphy only played 68 minutes as well, so
Yep.
a bit of a risk, I think, for the double game week.
Potentially.
Yeah, because we saw Joelinton
Callum.
get minutes.
Joelinton.
Callum, yeah, is back. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll probably talk about that in some other segment and stuff like that. Anyways, moving on to the next category, which is shots and how many won target. So the highest number of shots recorded in Game Week 36 was no surprise, 8 by Haaland. He had 7 of them on target.
Just stop there. It doesn't even make sense.
Then 7 shots attempted by 2 Chelsea players, Jackson and Madueke, both of them having 4 on target. Bukayo Saka also attempted 7 shots. He had 3 of them on target. And then 6 shots attempted by Olise and Mo Salah. Olise had 3 of his 6 on target. Mo Salah had 4 of his 6 on target. Thoughts, Ryan?
This is such a quality list. If you own these assets going into like semi-final playoffs, you look great.
Bro, that like all of them fucking scored.
Yeah. And they almost all have double game weeks. Like
Yeah.
no Saka, no Elise, no Salah. Okay, fine. Half have double game weeks.
I mean, Saka versus United, that's like triple game week, bro.
pretty much.
Like, oh, come on. And we know Elise is like a round 1 pick, basically, right? So I don't think him doubling matters. And Salah just showed his fucking class again. So I'm expecting a good performance from him yet again because Aston Villa might have some sort of hangover from the Europa second leg, right? With a big deficit to turn around versus Olympiacos.
Yep. 2 Chelsea boys, eh?
Yo, we're
Some
purring, bro.
some form. Yeah. what is
We
this?
might get Europe. Like, it's fucking wild to think about. Do you know where we are in the table?
Are you 8, 7?
We're 7th. We're tied
Nice,
with
nice.
United, but we have better goal difference because we're not a fucking shit pot club like them. We're shittier, but Newcastle are 6th on 56 points, only 2 points ahead. Spurs 60 points. Like Spurs could easily lose all their games rest of the season too.
Yeah, very doable.
So I can't believe we're talking about the same Chelsea Football Club that was stuck on 12th all season is now fighting for a Europa spot.
You say your goal difference is healthy, but like if you take away the last 2 fixtures, the goal difference like goes dramatically down, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Wasn't it like a 5-0 and a 4-0 or whatever it was?
So it was a 5-0 versus West Ham. Then
Right.
it was 2-2 versus Chelsea.
Oh, it was just 2 against Spurs. Okay.
But then we conceded 5 to Arsenal. But then we scored
True.
6 versus Everton. So
Right. Okay. I clean forgot about that 5 versus Arsenal.
so it's
In between all of this glory.
it's
yeah.
very impressive in my opinion.
True.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than United. United is -3.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible. I think last 6 or something, they're tied with Burnley on points, but Burnley have the better goal difference, which is shockingly bad.
Yeah. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. I really hope Burnley stay up.
You think they're doing it?
I don't know actually. I really can't call it. Like it could be any of Burnley, Luton, Forest. I think it's more so I just don't want Forest to stay up. Like
Yeah, I
I
get
don't
that.
have anything against their players or their club. Well, maybe the club and whoever runs their Twitter account, but I mean good players and everything. Like it's hard to call, man. It's hard to call.
So let's just assume Chelsea are on form. They lose to Chelsea.
Yeah.
And Burnley beat them in the final. You think?
I mean, Burnley have to play Spurs as well. You assume Burnley beat Spurs, but I love that you assume that we don't even have to mention it. So
Yeah. So, or it's a draw and they just get 1 point.
yeah, I mean,
Which would be
Burnley still have a
unfortunate.
chance.
They do.
So Burnley have to win next game. Forest have to lose, and then it's all
Yeah.
down in game week 38, which is gonna be great
That would be-
drama. Like,
It would be, definitely.
yeah, no one cares about the title. Fuck that. So, all right. Let's talk about accurate crosses into the box. I mean, there's not much to really talk about. The highest number was 4 by 2 players, Doughty and Morgan Gibbs-White. Do we really need to say anything here?
Doughty's back, yo.
I mean, the fact that they're still in the race, he's still relevant. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
so I'd be starting him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Finally, we're gonna look at extra categories. So basically, the outliers. Tackles 1. The highest number was 6 by Casemiro, Evans, and Guimaraes. Highest number of dispossessions 5 by Mbeumo and Salah. Highest number of interceptions 4 by Badiashile, O'Shea, Murillo, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Clearances, there was a high of 9 by Thiago Silva, Diop, and Pinnock. Successful dribbles, there was a high of 14 by Kudus, and second highest was 7 by Eze. Aerials, there was a high of 7 by Menji, and then block shots, there was a high of 3 by Collins, O'Shea, Murillo, Senesi, and Zabarni. Thoughts, Ryan?
Mate, did you say 14 for Kudus?
Yeah, bro.
I did not see that game at all. I just know you told me they hit the post 3 times.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah, Kudus.
But
Not Kudus, Bowen.
14?
Yeah.
14.
Yeah. So
That's nuts.
it was basically like give the ball to Kudus and inshallah.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was basically like the release point, right? For most of the game. Give it to him and let him try and dribble out to relieve some pressure, that sort of stuff. So I think it's hilarious that both United centre-backs made the highest tackles one. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
saw
they
that.
still lost 4-0. So I don't know
Yeah.
what... Imagine the number that they didn't win. Like,
Right? It's good to see him when we're topping a list. It's horrible to see him topping the dispossession one.
have you realized how shit he's become since Tony's been back?
Yo, it's been insane. I'm no longer playing him.
Yeah, I might bench him in
No.
my like
I'm
playoffs
benching
even.
him. Yeah.
Especially if they don't have a double.
I mean, he ended off with what, like 3 points or something, but it was dicey for the vast majority of that game. Negative points because of all these dispossessions.
Yeah, I went to that game. It was boring as fuck.
Oh, right. You did say this.
Yeah, it was quite boring.
Both teams had nothing to do. Like,
Yeah.
nothing to play for.
Yeah.
Why are they there?
Yeah. Basically.
Nothing else. I guess the rest is pretty standard. Aerials, Menji. That's not that common.
I guess maybe he was trying to attack set pieces that Doughty was putting in because they were chasing the game at one point.
Right. He had a great game, didn't he? Like
Yeah.
14 points or something.
Maybe higher, like 17 or 18 or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I love that we basically told Darashe to go fuck himself, and he took that very personally.
He did. He's back.
No, I'm not going there at all. No fucking way am I risking
If
that.
I'm going Burnley, I'm going Assignon.
Yeah. Oh my god, Assignon, bro, concedes 4, puts up 4.
Yeah.
Mental. Absolutely.
How did he
mental.
not?
Huh?
Like, how did he have the first shot on target or something? And 2 of them to, like, was it 2? Whatever it was.
Yeah, he had 2 shots, both on target.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. A key pass, 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, a dribble, 2 aerials. He did everything.
Yeah.
He's very attacking. Honestly, I don't hate playing him against Spurs.
Nah, I think Spurs will find back them. Well,
It's like,
they found back.
let me snap back to reality, guys.
They found the way to score again. I'm not saying they're gonna win. I'm not saying they're gonna
Did they,
be
or
great.
are Liverpool just that shit at defense, which we saw over the
Could
past
be
few
that
game
too.
weeks? So
And they kind of tuned out, so I heard. I didn't see.
yeah, I mean that's kind of like that game was a summary of their season, like flying, lots of goals, but then it's like they just switch off at times during the game, and I mean during the season, right? And they let other teams back into the game. So yeah. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. As they absolutely cooked, just like Elise. That United game was fun to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. I think what we'll do is move on to our next segment, which is the league updates. All right, Ryan, give us the update of all updates. DPL.
The league is done.
Nice.
The league is done.
Are you gonna set a lineup anymore?
I am.
Really?
I am. I do want to win all of DPL.
Oh, the entire overall standings. Can you actually?
The entire overall. I'm second by 3 points.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I have a better. Oh no, we're about equal on points for. So
Are you gonna print that on like what's that size sheet paper that is extremely long? A12, A11? What is that?
I forget, but yeah, I know what you mean. Man, if I could pull that off, I'd be great.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. That's awesome to hear that you're still like taking the season seriously and everything like that. Something to still play for. I mean, hopefully you achieve that before playing me. Like anyways, tell us your standouts, your regrets, your roster concerns, and what waiver moves you made.
Okay, so in DPL I won 149 to 115. Actually the matchup was looking pretty bad before City played, and then my City trio of Holland, Rodri, and Gvardiol absolutely smashed it. Those 3 alone was pretty much 100 points. White and Adebayo supplemented them, but I actually didn't have like points from all over the board. It was pretty much those guys. And Buemo, he's gone missing. Tony is not looking for him, it seems. And I do have Edison in goal. It was really just looking ahead to the double game week. But sticking to what he's clearly known for is he's a trap. Why I own, I don't know, but I'm still going to roll him out.
Why didn't you grab Pope?
I thought about it, and then actually I had Ortega and Pope in sight, and then Pope made a bench, and I was just like, okay, no, don't want that. Actually had Ortega and Edison rostered at a point. Then as soon as the lineup came out, dropped Ortega. Yeah. I had a flex spot going into the entirety of the game week, so in the very end, I grabbed Ericsson, I guess, which you pointed out on Discord.
Yeah, you asshole.
But yeah, Edison is not it, but whatever. I don't really care that much. I'll just keep him, try him. In terms of roster concerns, I just want more double game week players. How many do I have?
You just want to grab them for the sake of grabbing them because you have nothing
Pretty
to play
much.
for, right? Are you just being that asshole in the league that like somebody else really needs the win? They really need a double game week player, and you're just there like, mine.
So I had Anthony from before. I have Ericsson now. So I have 2 shit United players.
They were really bad versus Palace, eh?
Yo, it does not even make sense. But I only outscore my opponent by like 3 or 4 players.
Yeah, but we know player count doesn't matter.
True. It's the quality.
Yeah.
So I just like them. Waiver picks, I didn't waiver anybody. I just let it be. I tried to get Enciso actually.
Same.
I bid 1
Yeah.
and he went for 2.
Yeah.
So
There were a couple of people that I kind of wanted to grab. Even Joelinton went in our waivers as well.
oh, nice. Okay, I didn't even see that.
I think he went for like 4 fab or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's some fun picks to be made at this point of the season.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially in a non-playoff league. This is the first time I don't have playoffs.
Really?
Like, it's wrapped.
Interesting. Yeah. Nice. All right, man. Congratulations, yo. It's epic.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
we're in it was your first ever public community league or whatever. We both drafted together. You on one end, me on the other. It'd be sick if I can
True.
prop up the 4th place, the final paid position in that league. So
Yeah, that'd be sick, actually.
yeah. All right. So I guess update for me in DPL is I also got a win, 141 to 51. I think my
Jesus.
opponent stopped playing
Yeah, clearly.
because he started Neto, who lost his starting spot for Bournemouth, and I don't think he tried to find a replacement for Bruno. Yeah, I think whoever's running that team, I think they found a substitute manager, but then that substitute manager ended up falling through. So yeah.
Right.
It is what it is. My standout performers were Eze, Jackson, and Munoz. Oh, I fucking love Munoz. Even that jammy ass assist he got off the fucking throw. How great was that? My regrets was starting Garner. Like, the game week did not start great on Friday. 1 point from Garner, early sub. He's really been tailing off recently, and I'm starting to debate form versus fixture because he's got Sheffield United next. Great fixture on paper, but if the player's not putting up points, this is one of those scenarios where I'm wondering, like, do I risk like a Caicedo for 2 fixtures versus a failing Garner or like a failing Mbuemo single game week fixture? What do you think?
Yeah, I would back the double game week player. Especially one who's like going to put up 5-6 points. Just take the easy or safe 11, 12 points and then just call it.
Guaranteed 90 minutes as well, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Concerns is like in DPL, I might play a 5-2-3 next game week.
I saw you wrote that, and that's so mental. I mean, your team is designed to do it, though.
Yeah, so like I'll list out the starting 5-2-3 at the moment. David Raya net.
Mhm.
Then my 5 defenders are Benoit Badiashile with a double, Thiago Silva with a double, Trippier with a double, and tipped to possibly come back in that first game versus Brighton. James Tarkowski versus Sheffield United, Pinnock versus
Standard.
Bournemouth, right?
Standard,
Those are
yeah.
staple defenders. Then my midfield is Douglas Luiz and Eze. And then up top, I've got Jackson, Ivan Toney, and Callum Wilson with the double. Jackson also with the double. And my bench is Muniz versus Man City, Jota, who's still coming back. Jensen, who was benched last game for Brentford. James Garner, we just talked about failing. And Munoz is like my best, I think, bench option with the single game. So that's why I'm considering playing 5-2-3.
Right. I get it. I actually would probably back Munoz over like Badiashile, even with the double game week.
I thought you'd have said Thiago Silva because he's old as fuck.
Well, one of them. I don't think I'd back two Chelsea defenders.
Interesting.
Just something to think about. I mean, it
Yeah.
all depends on the lineups and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, Palace are absolutely purring right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I had a friend message me today, like, even, like, different format games. He's like, yo, which Palace defender do I bring in right now? It's crazy.
And like almost all of them returned, right?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yep. Okay, so waiver moves that I made. Basically, I got in Thiago Silva and Badiashile over the last week or so. Badi I grabbed during game week 36 because I had kind of won. So I was like, let me just stash early for the double.
Right.
And Montiel shot the bed, so I grabbed Silva for him and waivers. So
True.
cool. Let's move on to your Banter Boys League update.
Yeah, so Banter Boys is at playoffs now. I am into the semis. I won 129 versus 56. It was actually pretty bad team selection for myself. So
Scores 129. Terrible job.
right? But like I mentioned, I benched Madueke,
Yeah.
I benched Charleston, I benched Bowley.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. But the good things were like Palmer, Tomiyasu, who people doubted for his ghosting ability, but absolutely smashed it. Doughty came back good. Iwobi and João Pedro showed up. So, and I think I managed to bench Barkley. So,
I mean, Barkley's
I made-
been one of the other players that's kind of tailing off as well. So
correct. So I've made okay calls, but absolutely benching Madueke's 40 points was just horrible. Like, I'm happy I won comfortably, but that was just a bad call.
Yeah.
Again, roster concerns. I just want more double game week players. I have more in Banter League than I do in DPL. Maybe one more. And I outscore my opponent by like 600 minutes in this league. So I think the semi is pretty comfortable.
should be fine.
I'm going to rattle off my roster actually. Looking at
Yeah.
it.
Go
like,
for it.
It's just disgusting. So, Richarlison, Madueke, and João Pedro up top. Cole Palmer, Doughty, Bruno, and Bowen in mid. Tomiyasu, Livramento, and Dallo in defense. And then Verbruggen and who's not guaranteed 2 games, but whatever. But it's the fact that I have like Iwobi. I mean, it's City, so I'm not going to play him, but Ross Barkley in an easy fixture on the bench. It's just
I'd be
I'm quite
tempted.
excited.
I'd be tempted to bench Bowen and play Barkley.
I am myself. I'm kind of going to leave that one for late. Like, in terms of what I want to do. I don't know yet.
I mean, both games kick off at the same time, so it's a nice way
Yeah.
that headache is poised. But it looks solid. I think the other than that Bowen thing, I think like the weak spot would be Verbruggen. Like, I'm not expecting 2 starts just because like RDC's a fucking waste man right now. So
True. I think for some reason in this league, almost all goalkeepers are gone. I think a lot of people have 2 goalkeepers on their roster and not that active anymore.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
you can easily get a goalkeeper, I think, in any league. So it's not a position I'd worry about right now.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried. It's just it's really strange that some of the goalkeepers that are missing in this league. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then waivers don't run until Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't change it back, so
I did.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
So nothing to talk about.
Cool. So then my iGel update. So I was in the quarters, I guess.
Yeah.
I ended up winning 104 to 100, and luckily
Close one.
but luckily with only 9 players needed.
Nice.
It was looking really, really dicey because I also started Garner in this league. I think I had benched Bowley in this league and started Montiel instead, which was like a 20-point swing. So I was shitting the bed. Like, I even have Mbuemo in this league, right? So I was just like not in a good place. Then come Sunday, Nico fucking Jackson scores like half my points. Basically brings it all the way back. I was safe by the end of Sunday. Going into that Monday evening game, I was chilling. Like, I benched Anderson, played the minimum number in each position so that, my gaming score would still count. Started Bruno. Like, I didn't want to risk starting a player with the scores that close and risk, a random red card, yellow card. That shit happened to you versus me in a league once.
Yeah, I remember.
So, like, if that win is sealed, fuck it. Like, when you're in playoffs, like, points for and shit don't matter, I think. So, yeah.
Agreed.
Into the semis, playing it as sensible and logical as possible. Roster concerns. So I guess it's something like we just kind of talked about, is like single gaming players versus double gaming players. So, for example, the exact example that I mentioned, right? James Garner versus Moises Caicedo. I've got Caicedo starting right now, right?
Yeah.
Another one that I was debating was I've got like a few centre backs with dicey-ish games. So Willy Boly versus Chelsea, Senesi versus Brentford, Verge, who's on terrible fucking form, away to Villa. But then I grabbed Webster, who has the double. They just kept the clean sheet, and he got like 13.25 points or something like that. My only hesitation is, last time we had this discussion about Webster, and I started him, he scored the own goal.
Yeah, I still don't trust him as a ghost machine, but he's gotten better.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I mean, he will play both fixtures. He will tick along. He'll probably, like, his floor is probably 6 points. I don't know.
Maybe. We assume he's going to start both, but if you had to pick one of the single game week defenders to start above him from the 3 that I mentioned, Bowley, Senesi, VVD, who would you go with?
I like Senesi out of those,
Yeah, Brentford aren't really doing shit, so...
No, they're not. Bowley is interesting because he's Bowley, but Chelsea are on a lot of form right now.
Yeah. I think another thing I like to consider as well is, because we're in that final 2 game weeks of the season, I think home league fixtures matter way more because it's the club's last home fixture possibly for that season. So it's going to be like bouncing. It's going to be a bit of a party, that sort of atmosphere. So I think that's why I'd also lean Senesi over Verge, Bowley over Verge.
I got you.
So yeah, it's just something to kind of think about, right?
Yep.
Cool. But other than that, the waiver, additional waiver moves that I made was I dropped Montiel in this league and I grabbed Giovanni Lo Celso.
I can't see it. I don't think he gets enough minutes.
Have you seen his minutes and points recently? He's been scoring like fucking Adama Traore.
Seriously?
Yeah. So I think last couple of games he's been getting like maybe 2 to 15 minutes. It's such a wide range. Okay, so May 5th, he got 14 minutes, scored 4 points. May 2nd, he played 3 minutes, he got 7 points. Before that, 2 minutes, 3 points. Before that, 8 minutes, 2 points. So he's doing something every time he's on the pitch, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like Spurs really need to shake something up drastically in their team if they're really going to keep one of the European spots. So that's why I'm just wondering, like, because, the likes of Bissouma and Papisar were kind of terrible in their last game, what if Gio gets, like if Gio starts the first fixture, maybe he doesn't start the second one. If he starts the first one, would you not risk a start possibly?
Yeah, if he's starting, I'd start him
Especially over the likes of like Garner and shit like that, right?
for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to grab him, see if he starts the first one, but I don't think I'd risk starting him for the gamble of him starting the second.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah. Cool. So that's league updates wrapped up. I think what we'll do now is take our halftime pint, and we'll be back after the break with some questions. So we'll see you in a bit. And we are back. Are you following any cricket or anything like that? By the way, our T20 West Indies squad got released. How have we not talked about this?
Yo, for real. Where's Kyle Mayers?
I would ask fucking Lucknow Super Giants, bro. They've not given him a single minute, and my draft has been such a shit show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like my fourth pick, right? Like my draft team has been like so bad. Like basically Narayan has like ruined the game.
I've heard he's been insane.
Yeah, he's like miles ahead of any other fantasy asset at the moment. He's like the best player in the tournament right now,
Yeah, I heard so.
which is
Insane.
painful as fuck. Because
Yeah, he's never gonna play for us.
yeah, it's it's painful, man. It's painful.
But so what confuses me though, I haven't been following it, right? But it's such a long tournament now.
Mm.
And it goes pretty late into this month. And then they just have to like do warm-up games and go straight into like the World Cup. That's like not that rough, but rough still.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you kind of want to have some form going into it, though.
That's the thing, yeah. It's ideal to have that form, so.
My only concern is that, like, there are players in our squad that are at the IPL that aren't really playing that much or aren't all in good form. Like, for example, like, Hope has had a few knocks here and there, nothing consistent. Shafane has been in a squad or two, but not really played. Azari had a terrible start to the IPL. Rovman, a mixed one. Like, I would say more worse than better. Shimran, really nothing to scream home about. Like, Nicholas Puran easily has been one of the best players, and he was in a lot of form going into the IPL. So, I feel like he would probably be our best, like, batting spark or brightest spark at the World Cup. Romario
Right.
Shepherd had some stellar moments. Andre Russell is always a class T20 player. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about our chances, especially given home advantage.
Yeah, I didn't actually factor in the home advantage. I think it plays a big part. These guys know what it's like in the atmosphere to play at home. I think it's just such an inconsistent squad.
Mm.
You never know who's going to show up. And I think the last time we won it, we did it with like so many different individual performances.
Yeah.
I think we'll need that again
Yeah.
if we are to go far.
I just want to, like, first and foremost, let's just get out the group.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it would be such a shambolic moment if we can't even do that. So, and don't put it past us.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
All right, let's jump into some questions, Ryan.
All right, let's kick things off with Pras. What do you do with your prize money? He promises he doesn't work for income tax authorities.
I mean, Ben Chickens also jumps in to congratulate you, wanting to know what you're spending your huge community league division winnings on.
I have a habit of any winnings I get from fantasy, I put it back into fantasy, and it doesn't pay off until it's almost extinct, and then it pays off again. And it's just a perpetual cycle. So like, I don't know, say it's 250. That'll carry me for like maybe 4 seasons. I'll lose. About to run out of money. Win. Okay, let's go again. But each time I also add a league because I now have more money at my
Yeah.
disposal. So I'll like
Yeah.
get into another league, and then it just perpetuates.
Do you think you'll join any other paid public leagues, like additional ones? Because I'm planning to join an additional one next season.
I think I will. Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's just-
I'm gonna slowly drag you into as many like different formats and leagues, you know. So
or actually, I might go back to June and do a OFPL paid league again.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
you know what? We should like co-manage a team in that actually,
Oh yeah.
because it's such a pain in the ass to set the waivers for. We can take turns.
It's such an annoying website.
Yeah. I mean, we can even like live stream some of the drafts and stuff next season. By the way,
Yeah.
we might do a live stream for last episode. We're talking about it for our
True.
what is it? Recap, right? Reevaluation.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, stay tuned. We've got some fun things in the mix, in the works. But yeah, he's just gonna fuel his addiction.
Yep, basically.
All right. So Chickens actually has a real question. He wants to know if Casemiro is a differential OOP double game weaker.
So I like Cass. I genuinely do. I think he goes pretty good for what he is.
Yeah.
Like to me, he's one of the most elite, like midfield enforcers in terms of ghost potential. So absolutely he is, but only if you can play him as a mid.
Yeah.
I've seen tons of leagues where when he's OOP, you have to play him as a defender. Don't go there.
Agreed. Wow.
Let's see.
What a drop
Next
off.
one.
Anyways, oh, this is so bad. Like, it's what a team, what a club. Anyways, we'll go on to our next question.
Yeah, so standard question from Mr. Nauru. Love his questions always. Why are there certain players that we refer to by using their full name? So he's basically giving some examples, saying he'd never think of referring to Roberto Carlos as just Carlos. He'll never think of referring to Billy Gilmore as just Gilmore. Why is it acceptable to use certain players' surnames, but other players you have to use their full name?
I mean, we use certain player names that aren't even a name in the fucking game. Remember when we were drafting or wavering Beto? We couldn't find this fucker in the game.
Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know. It's such a like... I don't know who kickstarts it, but it sticks. Whoever like coins the name, the nickname of whatever, it sticks. Like the moment a commentator says it or it ends up on social media or something.
I mean, typically it's the last name, right?
Typically. But like, so I do sometimes use the first letter abbreviation kind of thing. So like Billy Gilmore, we used to call him Billy G sometimes. Like, but Roberto Carlos, I admit, like literally never crossed my mind to not call him Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, true. I mean, Rodri's name is Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante.
Yeah, I don't like it's Rodri. Rodrigo sometimes, but Rodri.
We saw calling him Cascante on the pod. People were like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" Yeah, I mean, like Julian Alvarez, we say Julian. I don't know. I think it depends on the person. It depends on the pod. Even on other podcasts, I've heard nicknames and stuff like that. We give nicknames to a lot of the assets. Rossi Barks.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Some of them just roll off the tongue too, like Ollie McBurney.
Yeah.
It's like
Nico Jackson.
Hey, it's funny how you can talk him up now that he's smashing it.
Yo, there were so many haters around when I was shouting his name early in the season. Everyone talking about how frustrating he is, all the chances he's missing. At one point,
I mean, that's still there.
yeah, obviously that's still there. But after a while, when you've missed so many big chances in a row, eventually that dam is going to break. I talked about this. The dam is going to break.
Fair.
The dam is breaking right now. And I'm sure managers are going to be drafting him around maybe late round 2, round 3 next season.
Yeah, depends on if Nkunku stays and what happens there and
I guess
stuff.
Poch as well.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Fair. Would you be called Ryan J. Jagos on the pitch? What do you think?
Jags. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jaggy. That's Ryo, which is what you guys used to call me in Waterloo. I don't know. Anything. I don't care.
And my name would be Bandwidth. But that's for another episode.
Completely forgot about that.
Right. Next question is from Draft Pie. He's asking, where is Madison getting drafted next year? Actually, where would you draft him?
Yeah. Good question.
I still think he's an elite midfielder.
He is an elite midfielder. It's just that drop off was so huge.
Yeah, but
I think
maybe he doesn't recover from his injury. He just needs the fucking summer break, I think.
so. He was a first rounder this year, right?
Yeah, easily.
I wouldn't touch him in first round next season.
Yeah, probably not. I think I can name 12 other players I trust more.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
I'd probably go late second round.
He has to go before third.
Has to, but I could easily see in some leagues he doesn't.
But
He has
the
3
name,
more
the name
games.
recognition, though.
He has 3 more games to prove us wrong. And if he does that, then he's going.
Oh, he's definitely not going to. So, I mean, Madison would be fucking value next season, actually.
That's a good point. I wouldn't draft him until late second,
Yeah.
like 20th pick on. I could think of probably 20 guys I'd prefer.
You gonna take Mateta or Madison?
Maddie.
Luis Diaz or Madison?
Diaz, unfortunately.
Douglas Luiz or Madison?
Maddie.
Declan Rice or Madison?
Decky.
Kai Havertz or Madison?
Ooh. Does Kai keep this up, yo? Kai. Probably Kai.
Jared Bowen or Madison?
I like Bowen. Hit or miss, but I like Bowen.
Okay.
He's talismanic. Like
Ward Prowse or Madison?
Maddie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still class. I think he still has route to points. I think Ange just needs to clean house,
Yes.
get the guys that will support his system. Let's not forget, right? They were top of the league. People were talking about them competing for the title. Everything fell apart after that Chelsea game. But yeah, I mean, I still believe in the coach, the philosophy. And yeah, it was his debut season, man. You'd only hope things can get better for Ange, right? I mean, not too much, obviously, from like club rivalry perspective, but yeah. So yeah, cool. All right, we got a couple questions from Andrew.
Right. He asks, how much sawdust can you put into a Rice Krispie treat before people start to notice?
What's the dimensions of a Rice Krispie treat? See, this is how my brain works. So I'd be like, dimensions of Rice Krispie treat are, let's see, 0.78 ounces in bar size. Obviously, fucking American, like, units.
What does that even mean?
I know, like, what? I just want like millimeters and like height, width, depth, and then what I do is maybe take 80% of that size, cave out the Rice Krispie and then just fucking pack that motherfucker with sawdust. Stick it all back together because Rice Krispies are like quite sticky, so you don't need adhesive. I don't know. That's how much that does not answer the question at all, does it?
I feel like so. To me, I thought it's like you have to take a bite into this, and then you probably just eat it without realizing.
Oh, fair.
And it's like how much of that bite, or in that actual treat. So like a teaspoon, a tablespoon, a fucking.
I think I could get away with a tablespoon if you
Ooh,
distribute it
really?
evenly.
I was thinking a teaspoon and like even 2/3 of a teaspoon of that.
Wait, are we eating this?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were feeding it to people. I don't want any
Well,
sawdust.
I know. I mean, I'm feeding it to you. Are you going?
He said people, so I thought I was just feeding random people sawdust Rice Krispies.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Surely sawdust is edible, right?
Gotta be.
It's plant.
Just
Vegan. It's
Yeah.
vegan. Wood sawdust is not edible. Guys, please do not go eat wood sawdust after listening to this pod. Like, it become like a whole fucking
Great.
Tide Pod challenge or some shit. So, yeah, I don't want to be responsible for health, man. Let's not do that. All right, no, Andrew actually has a question, though. He is asking who are some single game week waivers who are under 50% owned that you'd take over a double game weeker, and what games/teams are looking trappy for their double. So, I mean, we've got some waiver picks in the notes, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can quickly pick out one or two from that list, position by position.
Sure.
So,
Uh.
I mean, we can start with like why don't we agree on a single pick and agree on a double pick from each of the tables, and then we'll talk about like who are trappy and stuff like that.
Okay.
So if you had to pick a single game week option from goalkeepers, surely it has to be Muric.
Yeah, Muric for sure.
Would you gamble Olsen at all against Liverpool? Face a lot of shots?
No, I think that's a trap.
Really?
I think Liverpool are going to score.
So you'd trust Travers and Henderson over Olsen?
Yes.
Okay. So
And then
Olsen the trap, Muric the single, and I guess Verbruggen the double.
Yeah.
I hate that double pick. I think Verbruggen's the trap, not gonna lie.
could be. I have him.
Yeah, but you own him in a league that doesn't matter.
I guess it doesn't matter. Yes.
So yeah, I think I don't trust De Zerbi, man. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Because the Chelsea game is gonna be their last home fixture for the season, I think.
Right.
So I don't know if he goes with Steele or some other shit. Who knows? Anyways, defenders. Let's pick a single game week asset.
I think it's hard to look past a Arsenal player now, right? Like, they're the best defense by far.
So you'd easily go Tomiyasu.
I think so. Yeah.
Best scoring defender last game week as well for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to argue that, man. Let's pick a doubler.
I guess my money's on Livramento, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Liver or Kraft.
Right.
Hall could be a trap because Trippier's back.
Yeah.
I'd probably go the Chelsea boys.
Oh, yeah? Which one? Chalo or Badiashile?
Probably Badi. I think Badi ghosts better or has had a history of ghosting better as well.
Okay. Fair enough. I would have thought it would have been Chalo, but maybe I'm just being a little biased because of his goal.
Yeah, could be. The trap? Brighton defense?
Perhaps. The Websters of this world, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Midfield?
Single. That's difficult. Arblastio.
Oh, Have you seen
A
his
lot of
scores
form.
recently?
Yeah, basically 10-10-10.
This man
I
has
mean,
just
close enough.
gotten the armband and turned into a low-key mid-3 at the moment.
Yeah, him or Watson. It's just hard for me to decide.
What about Elliot after his mega haul?
Nope, don't like it. Not going there. Don't trust him at all.
All right. Yeah, I agree. Our blaster is a cheeky one. Okay, doubler.
I'm gonna hate myself if I shout this guy. Fine. Ericsson.
Yeah. I wrote about him in my article this week.
I know, I saw. I do genuinely rate him as a player. I still love him.
He's fucking
as a
class.
player.
Yeah, we love him.
Yeah. Dying breed and all that. But good lord, I hate that side right now. It's also the United fixtures aren't good, right? It's against Arsenal and an informed Newcastle.
Yeah, but United have nothing else to play for. Like, they're not winning the FA Cup. Fuck that.
Never say never.
Come on, man. Like,
Crazier things have happened.
bro, City at full strength right now.
I know.
The Holland just scored 4 goals. Like, yeah. I mean, they're playing for a European spot. That's all they have left to play for. They're not keeping clean sheets. They're gonna have to score goals. Like, if Bruno's still out or injured, surely they quote unquote rest Bruno for the cup final or whatever. Ericsson's on corners, set pieces, direct free kicks. Like, I don't hate it. He's getting minutes.
In that sense, yeah, you're making a good argument.
And like the fact that they're playing Casemiro in centre back because they don't have enough centre backs, that opens up a midfield spot.
All right. I mean, I own him in a league, right?
I know. Same. I think. Yeah, I grabbed him somewhere. I think in Champs League. Yeah. Let's pick a trap. I think this one's easy.
Ooh. Do you? Kovacic?
Yeah,
Okay.
has to be.
Yeah.
I'm never going near him. Like,
Understandable.
he's gonna be the best scoring City asset now. This game week, watch.
Probably. 3 shots, 2 goals and an assist because one is rebounded and someone taps it in.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Forwards.
Singles all around. Rarely would you get a double game week forward that's available.
There's
besides
one
it seems
double gaming forward.
yeah,
Yeah.
Welbs.
Yeah, that guy.
So I guess he's the double game week shout. Single game week, I really like Brereton Diaz, man.
This is Everton.
He's just I guess the fixture is not I'm neither here nor there about, but he's just not stopped really
Yeah,
recently.
true. I think I'd go a bit rogue and maybe go a Burnley player.
I just can't call it. Like that's so.
It's a must-win game for them, though.
Yeah, but one game week it's one, and one game week is another, and
As in, like, who returns?
yeah,
Yeah, I guess because Brun Larson scores well, but doesn't get enough minutes. Lyle Foster and Odebear are just unpredictable between them. So,
yep.
yeah, I guess. Dango? OOP? Scored well
Not
against
for me.
Arsenal, by the way.
He did.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's go with Ben then. All right.
Any traps?
Oh? Any trap teams?
Any traps on this list?
Oh, traps. Oh, yeah, trap forward. Trap forward. It's
To me, Welbs is almost a trap. Like,
yeah.
could be a
Wells
trap.
could be a trap. Yo, Adebayo versus West Ham.
I saw it. I like it,
I like that.
but it's a double game week. I dropped him to my bench.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, Wells could be a trap, man. That's scary.
Very.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do we have any more questions? I think we have one more.
I guess that also helped us go through our waiver picks pretty much already.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted more waiver advice, just come join the fucking Discord.
Pretty much, yeah.
We chat shit all the time there, so.
All right. Final question from Sharp FC. I think this guy is fairly new to the Discord, right?
I'm fairly active, so welcome to the Discord.
Yeah. So he's asking 2 questions. Which players will benefit the most from new managers next season? As well as which players will suffer the most from new managers next season? Thoughts?
Okay, so in terms of, I'm looking at
Confirmed?
I'm looking at the table. The first one that comes to mind, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who do we think benefits?
I am most curious about Sobo
Yes.
because he started the season on fire and then he faded.
Yep.
I think if utilized well, he can be great.
Mm-hmm.
I am worried about a lot of them because I think a lot of them potentially leave.
Who, like Darwin?
Darwin's probably gone, given that all that. What is it, Instagram or whatever, the platform thing?
Yeah, man had a
Is it
meltdown,
Twitter?
bro. Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah.
Deleted all his Liverpool posts.
Crazy.
McAllister?
He should stay. He's been class.
No, I mean, he stays, but what about his form?
Used properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. Right. I think whatever like attacking player stays, like Gakpo or Jota or whoever, will benefit.
I'm excited for
Should
Gakpo
benefit.
in a very, very painful way. Like, I think he's another one of those assets that could be massive value next season.
Could be, yeah. Who suffers? Okay, so that's kind of Liverpool. We kind of ran through it pretty quick. I don't really want to touch the defensive assets. They're not that exciting.
Manchester United.
Oh, you don't think Ten Hag stays?
Let's assume he doesn't.
Okay, fine. I think Bruno will be Bruno.
Rashford should
Højlund.
improve. No way you get Wiss.
True. Højlund.
I think we saw that flash in the pan moment from him. We could possibly see more of that next season.
Yeah, it's just something about he's not getting service, right? Like,
Yeah, and maybe they work on that.
basically. I think Garnacho will suffer.
Which sucks. He might be overvalued then next season.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 games left in the season is a lot of games
Yep.
to assess.
Yep.
Players like Maddie, Garnacho again.
What happens with Anthony or Mason Mount?
Oh, please tell me they're gone. I hate that I have this guy rostered on my team. And he won me a game, like, single-handedly almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be
Um,
interesting what happens with some of their centre backs. Like, they've had so many
Yes.
out injured. Lissandro Martinez, Varane to come back. He's had a shocking season. Maguire, terrible, but scores lots of points. Like,
Yeah, does Onana actually become a decent goalkeeper?
or do they get another one? He's second goalkeeper too.
Fair, could be.
Yeah.
West Ham.
Yeah. I don't want to touch West Ham if Lopetegui's coming in. Remember what happened
Really?
at Wolves? He rotated
Still.
every fucking person. Substitutions at halftime all the time. Like, fuck that
I
shit,
remember.
bro. Nope.
I'm so excited for it though.
Nope.
I'm probably most excited for Ward-Prowse.
I don't know, man.
Let's see.
There's a lot of risk there.
A lot. I'm willing to take it.
I think the
So
only
let's-
person I touch is Kudus.
Oh, Kudus is fantastic. He should be gone.
Yeah.
Like, let's say Paqueta actually stays.
Yeah.
West Ham. I hope not, but
He won't. I doubt it.
I doubt it too. But like, would you roster him?
No.
Like, draft him. Sorry, would you draft him?
No.
Not even like 5th round.
No.
You're joking.
There's certain players I think I just want to avoid.
So like, where'd Ward-Prowse go for you next season?
I think I might just avoid picking him.
No, you're mental.
No, like I genuinely, it's the uncertainty, man.
Sure, but like if he falls to you in 5th round, Ward Prowse is not a 5th round player. You have to grab him.
I shouldn't I?
Like that's what I mean. So there must be a round where it's like, okay, fine, I'll take you there.
Okay, if it falls to you, oh fuck, man, that's a tough one. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Let's see how preseason goes and all that sort of stuff. I probably will. I think common sense would dictate you grab a player like James Ward-Prowse if he's falling to you that late in the draft. But
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going for him like first round, second round. Like people dropped
No, yeah.
hundreds of fab of him on him, right? So
And some benefited early in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
season.
yeah.
And he dropped off. Yeah.
yeah. I mean that could all just be because David Moyes is David Moyes. So
Correct.
yeah.
He undid what Prowse is.
Yeah.
Took him a while, but he did it.
Yeah. Brighton.
Ooh. Is that confirmed?
No.
Okay. I am excited for João Pedro.
Fair.
He goes so well. And we've seen how many games where he came off the bench and actually just smashed it.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he gets that consistent run of games that all managers thought they were drafting this season.
Basically, yeah.
I
That and Evan Ferguson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you have a hat trick in you,
Yeah.
they just need to find a way to get service to you.
Yeah. I almost forget sometimes that Mitoma plays for Brighton.
Oh shit! Yeah, me too.
Maybe Purvis comes back at Gem again.
Maybe I Everton squad next season is gonna be great again. Like it's gonna be Mitoma should be fit.
Yeah.
March should be fit. Adingra's still there. I mean,
Yeah.
they gotta lose a few players. They're losing players every season now, so
Yeah. I guess final one to kind of realistically talk about is Crystal Palace. We've already gotten a taste of the Glasner effect.
yeah.
Are we going to stay as high start of next season?
I just think some of the players are gone. I can't see Ulysses staying.
One of Eliseo as he leaves.
Yes,
They're too good for that club.
and then in that sense, I guess it lets players like Watson become options, but I can see the team suffering on a whole.
But I mean, if Eze was to leave, Olise is amazing. If Olise was to leave,
Yes.
Eze is amazing. You're still grabbing
Yes.
those guys round 1, round 2.
Yeah, for sure.
What about Munoz?
I don't know. I would still take him much later on.
Like round 7, round 8.
I was thinking 8 at first and maybe even later.
Yeah, I think he goes before that.
That's fine.
No one is.
I
know. I only know that because Durin Timber is going before Munoz for you.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Timber.
That's who you need to start for the final game week. Actually,
Cannot wait.
Timber versus Everton at home.
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
Let me go grab Timber right now. please.
Yeah. Let me go grab Reece James right now. Cool.
Timber.
I think that answers the question, though.
It does. I would say so.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, those are the questions, and that is the pod. That's all we had planned. Quick fire one ish. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Cool. Do you have any final thoughts, final words, piece of advice, anything going into the penultimate game week of the season?
I would usually say have fun here, but now I'm actually gonna say it's the business end of the season. Don't just have fun. Don't mess around. Firm it up. And win.
Yeah. And if you're confused, come message us in the Discord.
True.
Come ask us. We'll help you out. And by the way,
True.
if you don't know what we mean by Discord, it's like, I mean, for those that, have no clue, because I think we do have like a lot of older folk that listen to us, and maybe they're not as tech savvy, but it's basically this giant group chat. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tons of channels. You could just add channels.
Yep.
At your heart's desire.
We talk about literally everything. Waivers, podcast questions, vacations, food, cricket, Euros. We're going to get the Euros channel up and running just now.
Yay.
So, yeah.
Oh, the fantasy site launched, eh?
Yeah, I heard, not touching it yet. I'm waiting.
I haven't either, but I am very excited for it.
Yeah, I told you, at least let the season end. Like, God. But I guess your season is done, so.
True.
In a good way. So, yeah. Yeah, we should maybe come up with some Euro content stuff for next episode, I think. As we kind of slowly move across into that next tournament. So.
Fair. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm all for it.
Hey, you never know. We might have Ross on.
True.
We'll try. We'll keep trying. Cool. Other than that, yeah. Have fun by winning, like Ryan said. Yeah. Can't say much more. Come join the Discord and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. So I'll see you when I see you, bro. Peace.